Let me ask you something I hadn't heard before, but I thought I hadn't heard the word fractional holographic universe.
Yeah.
And that's essentially the theory of like the Matrix. Like none of this is real. None of this is just like an agreed upon reality, right?
It's all an illusion based on our consciousness. It's not that we're fake. Our energy is real. Yeah. Our energy and consciousness is real, but the realm itself is artificial.
So this is a simulation.
It's all a simulation. Okay, now what it means is it doesn't take away anything from anybody's religious beliefs, because all religious beliefs and all indigenous tribes around the world agree with one thing: we're living inside of a creation.
Yeah.
What fractal holographic universe and the understanding of the Matrix and the observer effect does, it explains the method used to create this reality. So, okay, we're living in a creation. Well, how is it made? What is it made of? We're living in a matrix made of light. When scientists and quantum physicists zoomed into reality as far as down as they can go, what they discovered was pixelation. The same pixelation you get on your computer screen on your TV if the image starts getting broken up, like low bandwidth or whatever, right? And they were like, holy crap, what is this doing here? Then they saw the largest image in the smallest piece. So they recognized that the universe was fractalized, that we're living in, you can only see that same resemblance in a hologram. And so a fractal is a pattern that repeats itself as smaller and smaller patterns. And so they said, okay, let's analyze the nature of matter itself. And they began to realize that all matter is what we're saying. This is a solid microphone. This is a solid cup. What they noticed was, no, it's not. It's just light waves slowed down to a particular frequency. And they said, holy crap. So they did this experiment called the double slit experiment. And they took this microscopic box and they put a partition directly in the middle of the box with a slit in it. On behind the slit, they put a tiny little gun that can shoot one electron at a time towards that slit, going to the middle of the partition, which should have went through to the back of the box. When they looked in the back wall of the box, they saw a wave pattern. Waves of light hit the wall, not a single individual electron. They said, how in the world can an electron turn into a wave of potentials when it should have been just single digital information? So they did it again, but they put a looking device inside this time. When they put the looking device inside the little box to see what was going on, the electrons decided to stay solid and not become waves. They took it out, they became waves. They put the camera back in, they became solid. They said, wait a minute. The act of observation, conscious intervention with matter changes it. So it means that collectively we are all creating this reality. How does the brain work? Let's look at the fractal. On the macro, the universe is a mind. On the micro, the universe is our mind inside of our heads. Now let's look at ourselves and we'll understand what the universe is doing. And our brain is encased in darkness, right, in this skull. But it has friends: hearing, sight, taste, feel, touch, and all this, right? With smell, hearing, it's all the sensory perception. It says to its friends, go out there and collect me some data. So the friends go out, they smell, they taste, they touch, they hear, they see. And then the friends don't really understand fully what they're collecting, but they transmit that data back to the brain through the neurological system. The brain sorts it all out and projects a hologram as to what it believes is going on outside. And we navigate this matrix based on a holographic projection from collected data.
So this is like when they say your eyes are not seeing as much as light is coming in. And don't you like see in reverse or something until
it flips it upside down?
Yeah, exactly. So you're not actually seeing this as much as you're processing. Yeah. What you saying? And the brain doesn't feel pain, correct? It interprets the pain.
It interprets it. Yeah, right. We're processing all this data. We're processing all. So now let's look at the macro. The universe is a mind, a conscious mind.
Gotcha.
The universe is alive because it has enough neurological connections. If you zoom out from galaxies, you begin to realize the galaxies look like neurons inside of a human brain. And so the universe says, I'd like to experience life in the third dimension. So the universe says, I'm going to get data from my friends. Who are the friends? You, me, you, right? We're living our lives as individuals collecting this data. Not only just us, but every single atom that exists throughout the entire known universe, every bit of dark matter that exists throughout the known universe, and it's all transmitting back to source. Every atom in this microphone is alive. Why? Because every electron orbiting the atoms makes conscious decisions to be solid or be a wave based on our observation. So this is omnipotence and omniscience. This is how, this is how God actually is able to be everywhere at all times, because God inhabits every individual atom, which is transmitting back to source. And so what God is doing is living subjectively through each and every individual and each and every individual atom universally.
So God is in us, not just around us. God is
exactly.
You're amazing.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Now
let me tell you what's crazy now.
Because it's